So, a lot of you are asking me how I do my meal planning. Well, let me share that with you. Well, I think about like a year and a half ago, I was kind of like getting a little frustrated what to make for lunch, what to make for dinner, and for breakfast. Well, the series is a little bit backwards, but you get it. So I come up with the idea about like asking my husband. Well, I list down first 5 things that I wanted to eat during breakfast, 5 things I wanted to eat like during lunch, but most of the time lunch would be like more like packed lunch because you work 5 days in a week, so we pretty much just eat lunch at work. So we list down 5 of the things that we like to eat for lunch, breakfast, and dinner. And then after that, I started coming up with like I switch it up like from Mondays to Fridays, like what we wanted to eat, like how we eat it. So at first, my husband was like, whatever. And then I would give him the list and I will have him check it just because, you're eating it, so might as well. But in all honesty, he didn't really care. So based on that list, I would be doing my grocery list. So I got into the habit of it. The first month was like a little bit of a challenge, but then after a while, like I said, you gotten used to it. So that's what I do. The only difference, though, as I progressed, I started to kind of like check the ads for the grocery stores that I would normally go to, such as I always go to Meijer, but and then I kind of like build my meal planning from there. Like, what would I eat for those 3 meals, and sometimes snack too. So I only kind of like buy the stuff that are on sale and then make a meal out of that. So let me show you guys my planner, and I'm sure every one of you have already seen it so many different times because I walk around like a crazy person with my planner on. Or if I have to do something, I always like kind of like look into my planner. So, um, my routine usually is like I try to do this like every Friday because Friday is like my day off, and luckily, that's my husband's day off too. So, the first thing that I would do, and let me share you this past week right here that I have. Um, I kind of like write like the layout and then of what I wanted to do for my planner, and part of it is um, like my meal planning. So I know that nobody could understand my handwriting, but I just kind of like want to show you that from Mondays to Friday, I really kind of like do that. So another thing too, so that I do, so I don't forget to, because this is kind of like a guide for me to know exactly what I'm eating. And I think it's kind of like healthy too because you stick to the plan so you don't kind of like overeat. Although we do sometimes when we stay home because we get bored. So we think about like stuff that we eat. So this is my sample of my meal planning. So like for breakfast, we're going to have English muffin. And then for lunch, we're going to have like chicken Caesar salad. Actually, I have to say in the course of Okay, so our meal planning is pretty simple because most of it is like it's only the dinner that is a challenge. Usually, breakfast and lunch is um, pretty much the same for all 4 days because from Monday to Thursday, we kind of like work. So I try to keep it simple for myself because I do not do it like ahead of time. Most of the time, like we eat, like I have a lot of food allergy, as you guys all know, so I can't really eat too much or some kind of food. So most of the time, my meal preparation is like the day off, like in the morning, which is like crazy, 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 crazy. So I try to keep it simple because I don't have that much time. I don't wake up too early enough to prep my our our meals. So anyhow, so for example, for this week, we will eat the same exact thing for the next 4 days. So if this week we're going to be like eating English muffin with egg or with butter or jam, that would be what we will be eating from Monday to Thursday. And we normally eat it in the car with our coffee because, again, it's the morning rush. As far as lunch is concerned, it's going to be the exact same thing for, again, the next 4 days. And then we kind of like have like a cheat day, which is like Friday. Um, I get paid, and my husband, we both get paid like around the same time. So Friday is kind of like a day that we treat ourselves. We would normally eat out like once during the course of the day. It could be breakfast, it could be lunch, it could be dinner with friends. So, because um, honestly, we have to budget too, so we don't have a whole lot. So we both try to keep it like a little bit more budget friendly. We do have kids, so we have to consider like how much we're spending and of course bills and all that good stuff. But um, it's not about budgeting, it's about meal planning, so let's keep in track. So the biggest challenge of my meal planning is dinner. And why is that? It's because dinner is like, I feel like after like the end of like a very long work day, I would like to make sure that, and this is all just me. Nobody asked me to do this, but I just kind of like figured this one out, like how my mom would do it. Um, it's kind of like um, the meal that I would like to have like a little something special. So if I actually get out early, then I would be cooking. And then if my husband would be getting out early, then he would be cooking. But again, it is a little bit easier because it's already planned. It's already in your planner. So all you got to do is follow whatever it is that you wrote. So say for instance, and I've already wrote this down um, because I already have the stuff. For Monday, which is tomorrow, we are going to have pork with rice and mushroom. I got the pork when it was on sale last week, so I stock up on it. And then that's kind of like what I do. If there is like a sale item, I would like stock up on it, and then that would be what I would use for that week or weeks ahead. I don't really keep my meat like longer than I would say a month in the freezer because we consume it. We just we just eat in a lot because we love to cook, and I think that's what one of the reasons why it was so much easier to do meal planning. So um, also, we would be including like our snacks. I would be like doing that portion control too, because if I would like buy a bag of chips, especially the chips that I could eat, it's a little bit more pricey because, again, of my food allergy. So when I get to the store, from when I get home from the store, I would like portion everything from the meat to snack to like the fruits and vegetables. That's what I would do. So again, the first couple of times that you will be doing it, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. But if you get the hang of it, then things are going to be so much easier. The benefit of having or doing meal planning is that it is much more cheaper for you, because that is really the main thing why I did it, is because I have to come up with a budget, and that works out for my budget. Sometimes during the course of the week, it'll be just like I would be going to the store and I would be just like spending like $30. And the reason being is because half of the time the stuff you already have. And plus, there are also some sales that you can take advantage of when you're doing your meal planning. And also, my food allergy are also one of the reasons that I also did it, and also to save time. So I hope that you guys got inspired of like doing some meal planning. It's not about health. When you think about it, it's like saving time and money, and I guess everything will follow through. And most of you guys have like happy planners that will be watching my video, some sort of like a planner system. So utilize that. You paid so much money to have your planner, and you carry it around with you every single day. This big book, a weight to your purse or whatever bag that you bring. So don't just carry it around just to carry it around to show everybody. Utilize it. That's what you bought it for. So I'll see you guys again. Bye.